In the next couple of slides, I want to share with you my philosophy and the unit of study that I'm going to first design in my online course, how I can incorporate synchronous and asynchronous tools, and how collaboration is going to work within the course, and how I would like to see it managed, and then how I'm going to assess the students that I have. So starting with my philosophy, I want to design a course that's going to be learner-centered. Rice states that in the full implementation of learner-centeredness, we can see students taking responsibility for their own learning and following individual learning paths that are engaging, motivating, and meaningful to them. I want the course to not feel like the student is isolated, and so to build a presence of community, the students can choose to introduce themselves using math. I like the idea that the teacher Sarah gave on page 25 of the Rice book, where she had two separate forums, one for sharing about the content and one for sharing about the social stuff students are involved in. I know that some of the strategies that are effective face-to-face won't necessarily be the best strategies to use online. I found that there was a need for an online course for students taking algebra in 8th grade. These students are assessed from the state by way of the 8th grade PSSA and the Keystone exam, and the course is unique in that it meshes both curriculums together. When I design the lesson plans for each of these topics, I need to make sure that the 5 effective outcomes of an online instruction are present, such as learner autonomy, active participation, collaboration, authentic assessment, and acquisition of the 21st century skills. I could really see using the tool that I investigated, School Frenzy, to help make sure this is accomplished. Assignments can be personalized, resources are linked to Khan Academy, and collaboration among classmates can occur either in a discussion forum or by peer tutoring, and students can learn skills in a game mode. My first time teaching a live online lesson was exciting. Although the lesson I did for that module was a statistics lesson, I could teach all of my lessons in a synchronous manner. Students would need to be logged in at the same time, which many would find helpful because they would be able to ask for help or ask clarifying questions as they arose. We could work problems out together on a virtual whiteboard, maybe something that the learning management system of choice already uses, or another collaborative tool like Splashtop Streamer or on a Google Doc. I currently use a learning management system called Canvas in my hybrid model algebra classroom. The online curriculum provided is Compass Learning, but as I move to put this course online, I would want to use the PowerPoints that I created and voice over and record my lesson, either using VoiceThread or Screen-O-Matic so that it could be used in an asynchronous setting. With having the lessons recorded, students can use them as a reference and complete the lessons at their own pace. The solving equations unit doesn't lend itself to a lot of discussion, but other topics in geometry and statistics do. Rice points out in Chapter 3 that because of the time delay in asynchronous lessons, discussions tend to allow for more reflective and thoughtful responses. At the end of each unit, I have students complete projects where they could work together online and showcase their knowledge. They could post a video of their project, and other students can either offer comments or questions in the discussion forum. The course I design must be user-friendly. Students should find the course structured and each lesson designed in a similar fashion, where they will be presented with a variety of informative and interactive lessons. They will be given opportunities to collaborate on projects and reflect through dialogue their understanding of the material. Since it's an algebra course, there will be an online quizzes based on the standards. Students will be provided with links that can allow practice of the skills. Some of the resources for practice could include iExcel, Get More Math, and Khan Academy. Rubrics will be used for the projects and be made available for students at the beginning of the project so they know what is expected. Feedback will be provided so the students know how they are doing or what they need to improve on. Some of the things that I really appreciated learning and my aha moments was most eye-opening part of the course for me was the user accessibility, or in my case, the lack of my resources. And then I also realized how much time it would actually take to set up a course from start to finish. The amount of time it's going to take is, going back to being a first-year teacher, which is going to be true because it's a first-year teacher online. And I never knew that there was national standards for online courses and teaching, and so I thought the standards in the UDL checklist were very, very helpful. Some questions as I have moving forward, and I think they might be addressed in the courses to come, is how do I prevent students from looking up the answers to math questions while taking an online quiz? And how much parent involvement is there when students take an online course? Do you still call them when their child isn't performing like you would have them in a regular classroom? And the other thing is this where I want to go? Do I want to become an online teacher? Do I want to have it as a part-time summer job? Is it going to be something I do when I retire? Or is this the way schools are going and I need to look into it? So I very much enjoyed our course together, and I'm looking forward to learning more throughout the next couple of courses for the endorsement.